Kim!
Hey!
Kim LaLuz! LaLuzy!
In the house.
Kim.
In the house right here.
How are you?
I have been better.
You have been better.
I have been better.
Kim, we are in Bird Bar, one of your locations that you're involved with. You're involved with actually quite a few things here in the city. Thank you for joining us on Gold Talks, the chef edition.
Thank you for being here and human contact. Humans
are good, right? It's fun to be around humans right now. Still at a distance.
Yeah,
we're doing our
are.
thing. Restaurant's closed, so it's safe. But you know, honestly, what we're doing here today and what we're doing with this series is talking to chefs that are doing some amazing things in the community, have been involved in the community for quite a long time, and are, you know, pushing through and persevering while literally everything you can think about is pushing them back, and pushing them down, and pushing back, right? So we appreciate your time, and what we wanted to do is have you guys, professionals, show the community some fun, interesting ways to do some things at home, some simple stuff, but stuff that they can buy at the grocery store, local market, that kind of nothing too complicated. And so here we are.
We are.
With Kim.
We're LaLuz, aka
LaLuz.
LaBluzy on the internet. That's why I call this dish the Labugles.
The Labugles? The Bugles? Okay, so what do you got? So tell us.
The delicious Labugles. Well.
What do you got? What are we doing?
It's been about almost a year now that I've been watching people create things on TikTok, and I'm like, that's just a tortilla. Like the quesadilla, the tortilla hack.
Yeah.
Not to lie, I did it as well, but you know, I just wanted to putz around and make something fun. Okay. So we're gonna use some tortillas.
Okay. So tortillas that can be purchased anywhere?
You can be purchased. Everything that I have here can be purchased anywhere, and whatever is not purchasable because I've made it myself, I will give you the recipe so that they can do it. And I will tell you what you can buy in case you don't want to make it.
Perfect, or as a substitute.
Exactly.
Right.
So you take a tortilla. I got a small guy here. I'm gonna cut it in 4. Okay. So far, pretty darn easy, right?
We're doing it here. This is the kind of chefing that I can definitely pull off.
I really, so we want it to be able to stick. This is bourbon sauce. This is one of Bird Bar's sauces. This is ranch, bourbon and ranch, match made in heaven.
Amazing.
So we have 13 sauces here. You can use.
You have 13 sauces at
13 sauces.
That's amazing.
You could use ketchup. You could use barbecue sauce. You could make a sauce. I just don't use anything that's too wet. So like I wouldn't do like a chimichurri, for example, that has like oil that will leak out, because what's gonna happen?
It needs to stay basically inside of the tortilla.
You're gonna see. So this is a vegetarian dish. Okay, this could totally be vegan if we use vegan cheese.
Yeah, perfect.
We could also be vegan if we do a vegan mayo-based sauce. These are, I'm gonna go around the mise en place. Okay?
Let's do it, mise en place.
So this is just some shredded mozz with some shredded parm.
Very cool.
It could be one or the other or both. It could also be a medley of fromages.
Maybe you can do a 3 cheese medley,
You could legit do like Monterey Jack and cheddar. I would just make sure there's one thing that's gonna do the ooey gooey cheese pull, because when you make this for your friends, like, you know, if you're watching the game or if you just want to do like, I mean, I would totally serve this in a a fun. Ooh, I've got some brown paper that wants to hang out with me.
What's up, brown paper?
It was just like hanging out
right
by my crotch.
Paper?
How rude! Seriously, it's the most action I've had in a long time.
This is a family-friendly cooking show.
I just said brown paper. Thank you.
Okay.
So here I've taken some spinach, about a bag this big. I'm not kidding.
No, I believe you.
I videoed it for you in case you wanted to use it to get this much spinach with some garlic, just a bit of salt, tiny bit of oil. Okay. Best trick, pile it high, low heat, turn the other pan upside down. A couple minutes later, you got your spinach.
Beautiful.
And it's full of, obviously, loads
of stuff.
Yeah. Now this here, easier to see it like so. This is something that people were like obsessed with on the menu at Bird Bar. It is corn. You can't have this because I just touched it, but you can. Oh, you're gonna have something.
Okay, I don't. I know we got.
We're good. You just watched me wash them.
I know. We're safe.
So I've taken my cornmeal crusted. I was about to say calamari. Cornmeal crusted cauliflower. Thank you. Amazing. And I chopped it up, because I didn't want to use a cauliflower rice. I wanted something with a bit of integrity. I needed it to fit in here. And let's be honest, you don't need as many fillings as I'm putting, but I like to make my life complicated.
Of course.
It's like one of my favorite things to do.
Now wait, so for the cauliflower.
Okay.
Yeah, so
cauliflower.
Right. So how is somebody doing that?
You take your head of cauliflower, you break it off into little florets about yay big. And whatever you have left over, blitz it up into a soup, shred it in a salad. Nothing goes to waste, right?
Very smart.
You got 3 bowls. You have your scrambled eggs, I guess. Well, yeah,
the
eggs
yolk
that
or
you, no, the whole egg. I don't know why I'm having it's eggs that you scramble.
It is eggs.
You beat the eggs. I'm a chef. I should know how to say it.
You are definitely the chef, and you are the chef presenting this. So if that's what it is,
well, you don't
eggs.
cook them, so they're not scrambled. It's just my brain is scrambled. But you beat the eggs.
You beat your eggs.
So you got your flour. You season the flour a bit. You can put some garlic powder, salt, pepper. I kept it really simple because I knew there was going to be an explosion of flavors.
Yep.
You have a bowl with just cornmeal.
Okay, gotcha.
And air fry or deep fry, whatevs, or oven bake. You don't have to have an air fryer. You don't have to have a deep fry. You can do it in a pan. You just cook it off until it's fork tender, and it is like awesome sauce. You could even use this, if you have leftovers, on top of a salad, in a sandwich, like a po' boy vibes, but vegetarian.
Nice.
Cauliflower is your thing. And if you want to do it vegan, flax is a egg substitute. So like if you can buy it. Yeah, it's like a flax liquid that's literally a fake egg, a vegan egg. Also, if you want to have your mind blown, aquafaba. So that's the water that's where you have chickpeas in like a can or inside of a jar. That water that's in there, that's also an egg replacement.
Really?
Oh,
it thickens that much?
Because I do Les Lundis sans viande on 5 chefs dans ma cuisine with Marina Orsini.
Look at you.
So
very well done.
I don't know if you know this, but I've created quite a few vegetarian and vegan dishes for the public.
It's amazing how exciting that direction in cooking it has become and is going. And, and the plant-based stuff. There's really like some
everybody
really cool
has
things
their
that are
opinion.
happening.
Don't want to piss anybody off by saying I'm not a vegetarian and
you know,
to each their own. I was for 7 years.
No, but you can still say it's interesting.
What's important is to have balance and to be logical about. I think I'm putting too much stuff. We'll see what happens.
These are packed.
We'll see. I have very good rolling skills, but it's family friendly.
You're gonna roll this?
Oh hell yeah! Okay, this is French fries, literally, that I cut into teeny tiny itsy bitsy pieces. Because they're crunchy.
Okay.
So good.
Everybody,
Oh my God.
It's got to be crunchy.
Oh my God.
So my favorite part of a French fry, or when you get a basket of fries, is the bottom, is the little crispy bits.
Oh yeah, me too. But see, what I hate nothing more than a French fry that's soggy. Oh God, double fry them if you have to. See, we've been talking so long that my tortilla itself is a bit dry.
Yeah.
But the next round, if it's okay with you, I will talk to you while I just work it. And then, because we want to do it like 4 times this, because I want to show you this amazing trick. What I'm trying to say is this is making me look bad.
It's not making you look bad.
It is.
No.
Trust me. Watch, you're gonna see how amazingly they look like they're falling apart. Yesterday, like, they're falling apart, Kim. It's not happening. And I was like, oh yeah. Watch me, not you.
Watch you.
My team.
All right, so we're piling this whole thing up,
So we're
right?
basically making like, there's this is here for a reason as well, this little jar, because it's gonna be the vessel for our sauce, which I'll tell you about when we make it.
Yep.
And these guys are gonna not take very long in the oven.
Yep.
And they're gonna be the perfect, you'll see when it's cooked, it looks kind of like a bugle, and I'm a bit old school. That's where the whole Le Bugles came from, for sure.
The Kimmy Le Bugles.
Exactly.
I like it.
So and like technically I could totally just put this back on one of them, but I'll be a little bit.
You're gonna be more chefy.
I'll be a little bit more chefy, yeah.
So now.
But at home, just if you have any around it, throw it in your little mini cornetta.
Whatever. So I am totally obsessed. As we're going, look at this. I can't believe you are stacking.
You can do it with your kids, right?
You can do this with your kids.
I'll tell you what. If you do it with your kids, don't do them this small. Just half.
Half?
Yeah.
It's impossible otherwise to roll.
When you do it half, it is so easy to roll, and it just makes a bigger bugle.
I love it.
But it's not a bugle. It's
a bugle. Le bugle. Le bugle. It's not a bugle. It's a le bugle. It's not. I got you. Okay, but half for kids.
So
makes
very
it a lot
important,
easier,
very important. I'm sure you can see here. I put a little bit of shredded mozz in between the layers of my little.
So like how you would do a tortilla, like a sort of a taco plate, right? It's the same sort of nachos. You do layers of cheese.
Yeah.
Layer it down.
I mean, look, I also didn't do them all the same. I kind of did them. All these little guys have a little bit of a difference, like. I don't know.
So what else? I see that you obviously have jalapeno. You did some French fries. So basically, somebody at home, if they don't have some frozen fries, they could just cut up a potato, fry it up in a pan, chop it up in bits.
These weren't frozen. These were normal, but it's because I.
Yeah, but what does normal fries mean to you?
Well, when you have a restaurant, hopefully you're making the French fries, not
so
opening
then
the bag.
that's normal for you.
No, I know, but I'm saying because
me,
I was just making sure you didn't tell them that I made them from frozen. They're fresh.
I'm just
You have
saying,
like a potato puncher and, you know.
Okay.
Anyway.
So for those that don't have potato punchers.
Oh, you could totally buy frozen French fries or use a potato. Oh, guess what?
What's that?
It's time to make some Le Bugles.
Le Bugle time. Okay, and so what you didn't? So what is this? You got onion? Is that fried onion?
Yeah, fried onion.
You didn't tell us.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to tell you. I forgot to tell you about that. I also took some fried onion from the mise en place in the kitchen. Fried onion, super easy. You want to cut your onion up.
Yes.
Okay. You're gonna cut it into strips, dust it with some flour, and then fry it. And the most important thing after that is to dry it out. So because you don't have what we have in the kitchen, which is kind of like the thing there that heats on top for to keep the plates warm.
Yes.
What do we call that?
You just call it a heater.
The plate heater? the pass, but they don't know what that is.
You're just talking about a simple
I know these look like they're broken, but they're not, guys.
Your Le Bugles.
Okay.
This is
now,
a lot of
we have to pray.
action.
Okay, we have to pray because I'm
is
gonna
that
take
enough cheese? Because
yeah.
now,
It's enough cheese.
Do you keep that inside?
Now, this is coming off.
Okay.
But I wanted it there so that I could have the place. I know where it goes back when everything is cooked.
Okay.
And this is like the place for this.
So this can be done in anything, one of those toaster ovens, an oven, an air fryer, anything that you've got that you can toast it up.
Absolutely. Quite frankly, it's the first time I used an air fryer.
Okay.
And it's on fry mode, but I'm pretty sure that it should be on bake mode, but who knows?
Who knows?
But look how cute it is.
It's
like a Montang. Would you have a phone? Let's take a selfie of the bugles.
You're taking a selfie here.
Hell yeah.
Here,
Where's my phone?
You
I'm going to take a picture with the bugles, with the Le Bugies.
Do you want me to take a picture of you
I
while
think it'd
we're
be funny if
talking
it's
about
actually a selfie, wouldn't you think?
I think so too. Yo, what up? Bugle, Le Bugle. Oh my gosh, you definitely lost your mind.
One with
Let
you
me
too.
see. Yeah, that's what people are taking a look at. So look, so this is stuff that while this is being done in the oven, the fryer, the air fryer, whatever it is you do.
I'm happy that people are obsessed with it because it's making them cook. And that's the most important thing to me.
People are obsessed with what?
Air fryers right now.
Okay, is that a thing?
Well, yeah, it's a thing. They're like, look at what I made in my air fryer. And I'm like, why don't they just put it in the oven?
So you're that much, so you're on point with selfies, air fryers,
it's the first
TikTok, the whole thing.
I'm trying, you know, because I was told if I don't get with the program, then I'll be irrelevant.
You don't want to be irrelevant.
I was told, get on TikTok, which I'm not on TikTok yet, but I'm trying to learn how to do it. It's really hard.
So while this thing is being warmed up.
Trivial, fun fact.
Fun fact.
I used to live in Spain.
Okay.
When I was a kid.
Yeah.
With my family.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I also lived in Israel by myself.
Is that right?
My dad came as well, but I lived there on my own. And then a few other places. But one thing from Spain that I learned and I love, and I still get so surprised when people are like, I've never had this before. So we're going to make it together. It's the fresh tomato pan con tomate mix.
Pan con tomate mix.
So when you are in a tapas eatery, okay?
Yeah, we love tapas.
Me too. Generally, the most common like appetizing starter bite would be like bread, fresh grilled bread. And everybody makes this very differently, okay? And some people rub the bread with garlic, the fresh garlic, and then rub it with the tomato.
Tomato, right.
That could be pan con tomate.
Okay.
The version that we're doing, I think is really fun because you can make it and keep it at home in your fridge at least 3-4 days.
Beautiful.
It is extremely flavorful.
Yeah.
And what I was saying, like, don't feel bad if you've never had it. I'm just saying, like, and I'm sure you have since you said you like tapas, but for it to not be like a staple, like a go-to something to put on a cheese board or a charcuterie plate or use it to make a vinaigrette with, like, why not? Especially in the summer. It's not the summer right now, but who cares?
You got it.
Tomato.
Okay. Tomato. Well,
first we have a tomato, okay? And we're gonna go ahead and grate that tomato.
Very cool.
It's the winter, so they're not as juicy as they could be.
Okay,
but it helps for the grating.
It's good. It's good.
Let me just stand away from it.
How is so? Listen, while we're doing all of this, if that's cool with you, I gotta ask you. I mean, the restaurants and your crew and everybody. I mean, how is everybody doing? This is no easy feat.
I'm happy you're asking me right now because I can get out the stress
on the tomato.
Yeah. Well, look, a lot of things that people don't know about me. I 10 years ago I started Miss Prêt à Manger. 11 years ago. And in 5 years, I opened 5 different divisions, or restaurants, or catering, or something. So, March 13th, 2020, went from having 500 adults, 300 kids to feed per day, 150 employees, out of those maybe 95 full-time, not including Bird Bar, that I have with my partners, to nothing. So shell shock is not even going to cover it. I don't want to dwell on the negative. So I mean, every day is a battle for me.
It's
like every freaking day. I mean, I bawled my eyes out this morning, yesterday, for different reasons, and I'm not like embarrassed to say it.
Shouldn't be.
I've cracked and broken teeth. Like I've always done this because I'm a clencher and a grinder. But my dentist, he almost cried 2 days ago. He's like, Kim, I feel so bad. He's like, I need to get you a different bit because I wear a night guard. Yeah. And it still doesn't help. I wake up in the middle of the night and and I have like terrible dreams
TMG,
and nightmares.
Like that,
It's just really something. And I'm a very positive person. I don't talk so negative. I never speak negative on the internet. Can't influence people. And like, you know, I have a responsibility to be positive. And I'm like, but everything that I feel.
But positivity also breeds more positivity and more sort of positive outcomes.
No matter how positive I am, I've spent 10 years building all of this. I'm going to have to build it all again.
All again.
Because 50% of my staff doesn't work in the restaurant industry anymore. Yeah. The other 40 out of the 50% is, you know, on serve or whatever, CRB waiting. And like, what, I have 3 people. And the craziest part is that, just going to check on these guys.
How are we doing?
Sorry, I think we're doing great. I just want to check on them.
You want to make sure.
Look at that. Okay, we're just going to lower it a little bit.
Bugles. Lower the heat on the bugles.
Going to start a fire. Petite Miss Prêt à Manger is a division of my company that serves kids in low household income areas. And it's the only division of my catering that is currently functioning, and I can't afford it because it only works alongside a healthy catering company. Right. But we've been doing it. I say we, Vicky, my head chef, worked for free. I worked for free. I've got this company that doesn't want me to say who they are. Never bought a morsel with them. And they provide me free fruits and vegetables to help me feed these kids because it's the only meal that they get every day that has fresh food.
Good for you.
You know, and I mean, I told Vicky in tears like 10 times, we can't even do the daycares. We have to cut them off. She's like, we have to find a way. Their kids, parents work at these hospitals. Like the ones that we have are close to hospital. And even the directors were like, if you close, we have to close. We have to close. They can't go and battle this virus. So I was like, okay, great.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole chain of events that happen from that.
I tried so hard to you know, everybody's talking about like the pivoting and whatever, but Miss Prêt à Manger and Monsieur, first of all, I've been a caterer for 10 years. I know how to package food and send it out. There's nobody to feed around my area. Daytime, 90% corporate. Nighttime, 90% tourism. Yeah. I should have given this to you.
Yeah, you should have. This is my job in this conversation is the easy part, just having a
It's okay. I'm just.
But you're working.
Forgive me if I'm sweating.
You're working out your
my pectorals.
I don't know what. God damn it!
Did I just do that on camera?
That's cool.
I think I did. I think I actually.
How is your saucy tomato?
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah.
I have more than I need, but I don't want to waste just because.
You don't want to waste.
And it's gonna be like magic. Boom, boom, all at once.
All at once.
We're gonna actually do one other little thing.
Do you think that, and you really think that most of the boys and girls that in that crew that you were dealing with before that have left the industry aren't coming back? Lots of salt? No, just that long pinch chefs like to talk about. Flavor, long pepper.
I was trying not to interrupt you while you were talking.
It's cool. I'm very curious to know if you think that
fresh garlic.
If you've spoken to people,
microplaned.
How many cloves of garlic are you using in this?
2 for 2 tomatoes. Okay, one per tomato. Okay. Even if you like it strong, I don't advise on doing more because you're gonna be breathing fire.
On the bugle?
You put like 4 or 5 fresh garlic cloves in the fresh tomato instead of 2. You're not going to want to talk to your friends. Actually, everybody's going to eat it anyway, right? So.
Well, that's it. So then at that point, it's a big party.
I love garlic. If it says to put 2, usually I put 4, except for in this recipe because I've done that before. And
so this is the only recipe where you actually follow the rules.
Olive oil, standard. You want to do about, sometimes I do 50-50. I know that sounds crazy, but I do at least a quarter of the total in olive oil. And good olive oil, please.
Somebody has to break it down into that?
Shit. I mean, zut à leurs.
What's going on?
I got dirty.
We're talking about sauce. We're not talking about... If somebody chops it up, it's not going to do the same. It doesn't come anywhere close. So
if you don't have a microplaner, use a garlic crusher.
Garlic crusher.
Or just make sure you really crush the schnutz out of it on your thing. And you have to grate the tomato. Don't try and cut corners and put in a RoboCoupe. There's something about this that creates this tomato soupy texture. Have you had this before?
Not that I can remember.
Yes! Another convertee! Okay. Do you like tomatoes?
I love tomatoes, yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Another giant pinch of salt. right?
That was actually not a lot of salt.
Listen to me, troublemaker. Question for you.
Oh, boy.
Very, very simply, is your staff coming back?
Be careful,
or are they
you
not?
know. Sarah Silverman was just saying that certain words like potty mouth are not nice to
Yes,
say.
I know. No, it's not a joke. It's true. We're not. You're actually supposed to stop using those words.
I know. I'm teasing. I mean, I'm afraid
That's
to.
delicious almonds. Oh
Right?
my God, that's very good.
So your kids are going to lose their schnutz.
They're gonna love
This
it.
is also, you know what else? If you're like avocado toast, you could put that on your avocado toast. It is your next best friend.
That's gonna be great on
anything.
That's even a salad dressing.
I just said that to you earlier. Yes, I do believe it is. Now you're gonna take your.
What did you just said a second ago that this was good on a salad dressing?
I did. You're gonna review the not a second ago, but earlier when I said what it was, I did say you could use it
You're
to
probably
make it.
right. I just want to get an answer.
You know.
from
You know. Oh, yes. What do you want to know?
Are they coming back? Is the staff
My
coming
staff.
back? I'm not saying so much. Your
I
staff,
got
but
really
from what you
screwed right
know.
before the pandemic. One of my very pinnacle, important people went and did some nasty, not nice things to me. So let's just say that, no, but I'm saying like, you know what, that's life, right? So before the pandemic, I like to call it the pandemic.
With your labooglies.
With my like booglies. They're ready, by the way. I'm just gonna make a little garnish of coriander and
that is actually, that's amazing taste. And by the way,
so they're not coming back. The ones who are not with me now are not coming back because they're not like just waiting. There's whoever's furloughed now is coming back. You see what I mean?
Yep.
But that would
the
be
rest have
this
gone
is a
on
recent
and
furlough.
had to have changed careers.
Most people did not stay in the restaurant business that I have on my, like a couple guys are not in Montreal. They went back to where like people who like let's say had family in Europe are in Europe right now.
Yeah.
Some people who had family in New York. Like once the pandemic got serious, they all kind of went home.
Yeah.
And then a lot of guys still work in the restaurant business, but you know it's okay to make changes sometimes. One thing that this taught me was to slow down.
But that'll bring people back too.
But it's not that I'm not saying I don't want them back. I just don't. I think it's time for newness too. I think it's time to move.
It's a refresher. Yeah, but what I mean to say is too, then there's going to be a new blood of sort of boys and girls coming into the industry when the industry sort of picks back up, right?
Exactly.
The same way they've left.
Are you ready?
Your apron.
Yeah.
By the way, I got to mention, pretty gangster.
Isn't it cool? It's Danyaki. He's this awesome artist in Harlem.
Amazing.
Good friend of mine who I think you know.
I don't know.
Who did you see this morning?
Yeah, well, he's going to get involved with this program, so I'm very excited. He's going to be one of the chefs
Marcus,
there. I don't know him. I've never met him.
A chef that I really respect tremendously, Chef Marcus Samuelson.
Yeah.
I just burned myself.
Really did?
I burned myself.
Dear God.
I know. Dear God,
Can you
man.
go slow?
Yes, I can.
Slower.
Yes.
Do you want some help here?
No, I don't want you to burn yourself too.
Look at the labooglies.
Right?
Be careful. Do you need to go get ice? Do we need to do like one of those cut and takes with you bandaged up?
It was really funny. So I've never done this before, but I'm gonna try and slide it off there. What do you think? Should I try and slide it off?
I say you keep the parchment. I think you keep it. No, slide it off. You're the chef.
It's messy, and this should. Oh yeah.
Oh, lovely. That's great.
Right? And then, I mean, who would be crazy enough to remove all of this gold? I think you and I are the kind of people who would like to eat that.
Crunchy cheese?
Oh yeah.
That's the gold.
That's the gold. Yeah. So then you serve your beautiful. I mean, I'm impressed with myself right now because
I am too.
It ain't no freaking tortilla hack. It's super adorable, and my happiness is gonna be when you pull one off and you dunk it, because you're doing that. And this should,
gracious.
Should we take a picture before you dig in?
Yeah, we are. Okay. So, okay, amazing. Here it is, the laboogali with the boogle sauce.
But you have to use a bird bar napkin.
We have to use a bird bar napkin.
Because it's going to taste better that way.
What about if you were to like...
Yeah, you baptizing it right
baptizing
now?
it.
You'd have to dip it in some water.
This is your invention.
I invented. I think it is. I mean, if it's not my invention, then
how are you supposed to rip into this thing?
Well, you got to get your hands in there.
Got to get in there?
Yeah.
You got to get in there with using your I gotta try to rip at it? There
Why
we go.
Are you doing?
How's that?
Okay, yeah, that's cool. Why are you using the napkin? Oh,
because you said use a napkin.
No, I meant
COVID times, man.
Okay.
So now what? I'm gonna
now. What do you think?
I don't know. I think I'm supposed to do a little dip in with the laboogali sauce.
Here's what you're supposed to do.
Well, show me.
Okay. Here's the boogly, right? See how it's all stuck together? Nothing's falling out. You go like this.
No double dipping.
I'm not gonna double dip. Just one dip, and then you can use the spoon.
All right, there we go. The boogle sauce.
Why is this a mess?
Why not? It's food.
You're making me look bad.
No, I'm making me
At least
look
put
bad.
the crunchy side up. You want to play it?
I don't want to play it.
Now I'm not gonna have a conniption.
Okay, there we go.
Now I'm okay.
Here.
See, I like it spicy, so I'm gonna have more. Why are you covering it?
Amazing. This is fantastic. Thank you very much. We really appreciated your time and your crew and everybody here, and I wish you guys the best because this sucks right now having to figure this out. Oh, and I did want to ask.
Did we start any conversations that we didn't finish?
Well, we did. I did want to ask you, how has the community been with you guys and supporting wise on the takeaway stuff, the locations that you can do? Because in general,
listen,
it's been rough.
I feel like colleague to colleague, there's a few people that are super cool and we're all supporting each other, this and that. In terms of like clientele, you know, obviously we're grateful for the orders that we get, but there are so many people, you know, delivering, and between all the delivery apps and all the catering and everything, it's a bit of a tough sitch, you know? I mean, when we had Bird Bar, I think there was maybe 2 other fried chicken restaurants in Montreal.
Yeah.
Now,
Quite
probably, yeah. I think since the summer alone, at least 10 solid fried chicken restaurant openings.
Have you had a...
That's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
I don't know if you know, we're supposed to open Bird Bar Monkland.
Okay.
It's been in the works since 2019.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I don't even know when that's opening, by the way, but yeah, it's all papered up. People are like, are you opening it soon?
You're like, not
you
right now.
can order from Notre Dame for now.
But the community, and definitely, do you interact with a lot of customers that have been supporting you throughout the years? And do they tell you, like, listen, we're just going to keep supporting you as best as we can until we can?
It's a bit of a touchy stitch for me. I don't like to beg for business. And when it comes to catering, truthfully, the only thing you can do is send out the menu every week and let people decide what they want to order. I don't know if that answers the question. It's like, and verbally, 100%, I have, you know, thankfully created a really nice reputation for myself, but I do have clients that have said exactly that. We will, you know, support you as best as we can. Well, I had 30 weddings booked for 2020. We didn't cater we catered 2 in a park with lunch boxes. Like, things are really out of whack right now for me, like personally, and I'm doing my absolute best to just, you know.
Well, no, yeah, but
it's a lot harder than I've let out to be. Like when you watch my stories, for example, and what real life is just c'est pas la même chose. It's not the same thing. You know?
No, but I think that's important. I think that's why this is important as well, to have these conversations and with all the different chefs that we're talking to. It's, if you're not bringing this stuff up, and if you're faking it, and what I mean by that is people aren't hearing the truth.
The reason why it's just simple. Yeah, the reason why I brought up that. Oh yeah, no, it's not. It doesn't cover it. It doesn't cover it.
It doesn't.
I sunk in a lot of money from whatever. I mean, a lot. It's a lot because it was almost everything that I had to stay afloat. You know, on top of the government aids. The only reason why I brought up earlier that I had kind of had a bit of a rough patch with some staff that I loved is because that's one thing. COVID. If you haven't learned to chillax a little bit in terms of like expectations and, you know, human capabilities, like everybody's different. I'm a workhorse. I can work from the beginning of the day till night, and I'm cool with that. But like, not everybody, you know, and this helped slow me down. And like, for example, when you asked me, am I gonna have the same team back? It's too hurtful for me to imagine asking everybody back and they don't come back. So I have to give myself the mental freedom to be comfortable starting a new team if that's what is gonna happen. Now, I mean, listen, my daytime manager, he's just waiting for me to open. You know, there's people that said, when we open again, we're there. We tried at Monsieur over this. I tried to get a permit for a terrace. I got it. I was allowed to put 4 chairs and 2 tables, okay, on a hill that I would have to make straight. I could give you lots of information about the hard, you know, we bought all the panels, got everything going, huge decals in the window, boom, second wave, everything shuts down. I mean, walk-in fridge when this whole thing started. It was like $10,000 of perishables in there. Yeah. What do?
Right.
You start packaging up food and giving it to people who need it.
Yeah.
Nobody's paying for the packaging.
No.
And nobody's paying for the food. Nope. But I mean, it's like, what am I going to do? You have no choice, you know? Right. It taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about people, about like, oh my God, everything. And not that food waste wasn't, I've always been that chef that like, I mean, I write articles about it. Don't waste the damn stem, you know? But like really, more so than ever, I feel like we have to be so human with each other and supportive. And it's like, we have one life. This is gonna be, we live in an era where it's like pre and post pandemic. Yeah. They haven't had that in a couple of generations, whatever, since the roaring.
Since the war.
Since the last, you know, this is a tough time, and we are getting hit really hard in this industry. We're not the only ones, by no means. You know, I've wanted to turn around and walk away. I every day is a battle because I'm like, I don't want to walk away from something and I love it and I love my clients, but like, where is everybody? It's just, and you know, it's
They're
hard to see
waiting.
the light at the end of the tunnel.
I know.
But I feel like everybody's gonna want to party when this is over.
We just hope that they're gonna party and not, you know, burn the city to the ground, and also not, you know, spread whatever version of that.
We should all be vaccinated by then.
Exactly. And the truth of the matter is, you were born to do this, so there is no way you're quitting.
No, I'm not going to quit. I said I have the feeling. Unfortunately, I've never had that feeling in my life, ever. That's the thing. In this last year, it's always been yes, yes, yes. I mean, a healthy yes. You learn by too many yeses. Sometimes you need to say no for business, or anything in life. But it's just the truth.
Yeah.
You wanted the truth.
But that's exactly what I wanted. And I think
know.
that's what's, again, we've spoken to some really interesting chefs that had some really interesting stories about this. And there's race involved in some of the conversations that we've had. And there's, you know, this is ongoing. There are so many facets and so many elements to what's happening in this industry.
Yeah.
And it's happening, and with everybody having to keep the brave face on while, you know, literally you go home and sometimes you just break out and cry for
that's it.
just because you can't believe you've kept it together for so long just in that day.
That's it.
I'm not talking about the week, the month, the year.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about that day.
Yeah.
Right?
People were angry for me about like fried chicken. I mean, I'm like, guys, people can open whatever restaurants they want. Imagine I was angry in life about the thing, like somebody doing what they have the right to do. Like, what I mean is we have a choice, you know? And the only problem is that because I'm alone all the time, I mean, lately I've been alone so much.
It's harder to work it out.
Exactly,
Right.
because you fall down this rabbit hole and then you know, or clickbait or whatever, or combine it all.
Conversation is key. And
summer was so good. At least I could be outside biking all day. Like I was
that's going to come back.
I felt like I was on
That's
vacation.
going to help.
Yeah.
That's going to come back. And something that I was telling somebody before.
But I want to feed people again. I miss my clients, even the worst ones. Give me the cat. No, I don't want to say that. But give me the assholes.
But that's what's funny. I think that everybody in the industries that are being affected by this, when it comes back on, even the things that annoyed them before won't annoy them anymore.
No,
right?
I don't care. Be picky. Tell me you don't like my food.
No problem. Let's see what we can do.
I just want them back. I just want them all back.
Just remember one thing also,
I miss that community feeling.
Talking to yourself is healthy. You know that.
I talk to myself
all the time. No, but just know that. But remember that. And that's what somebody...
Don't worry about that. I'm just letting you know. Huh? Sorry, I was just having a quick chat with myself.
With you and your other self.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, this was fantastic.
I want to know, are you going to make this ever in your house?
I'm not going to make it. No.
What?
You wanted honesty? No, I'm joking. Of course I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it with the kids.
This is a place where you lie.
Oh, yeah, right. No, but you know what? We are going to make this.
I'm not saying you have to make it the same way.
No, but I'm going to do the big slide. We're going to do the big halves with the kids.
You just said you wouldn't make it. You're welcome. You know what? You want this in your face?
Come on. Kim, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you so much for this. Keep it up. I'm not. You in the TikTok. All right.
I don't even know what that means.